Welcome back. Some say all the problems of the Bush years show the Republican Party may be out of ideas. Several of the most thoughtful conservative writers are losing the faith pioneered by Ronald Reagan and Barry Goldwater more than 40 years ago. Writer Christopher Buckley endorsed Obama this week and then dutifully ended his column in the National Review, the magazine founded by his father, the late William F. Buckley, Jr. Here he is, Chris Buckley, on Hardball.
He's a lefty, and I am not a lefty. I'm a small government conservative, although those days, that water is well under the bridge. But I sense in this guy a first-class mind who might just do very smart things.
Well, that's Christopher Buckley on Barack Obama. And sitting here with me now are two of the most eloquent, I can't say articulate, conservative writers to turn against the Republican ticket. Andrew Sullivan, who's had a falling away over the Bush years, and Kathleen Parker. You've mostly backed Bush until a few weeks ago when you wrote a column not too kind towards Sarah Palin.
Well, it certainly wasn't my intent to be unkind. It was to be realistic and recognizing that she was over her head and that the Republican Party was hurting itself, actually, by bringing her in. I think the McCain campaign now recognizes that. But it was perceived as mean and disloyal and all of that.
Yeah, but your point that she was not really up to it, they haven't really tried to counter that by exposing her to a lot more inquiry and debate.
I rest my case. I rest my case. I mean, where's the press conference? Where's the open mic with reporters asking questions and being allowed follow-up?
The truth is that Joe the plumber has given more press conferences than Sarah Palin.
The man, the actual person.
This has never happened before in modern American politics, that a vice presidential candidate won't hold a press conference at all. I mean, it's absolutely bizarre.
Is that symptomatic of a movement, a conservative movement, which has been successful more or less for 40 years, that's run out of gas? That they had to run her?
When I watch Reagan, I feel good again. I have not changed. I believe in low taxes, small government, balanced budgets, and a strong foreign policy.
Who else does?
I think real conservatives out there who have kept their heads the last few years believe that. What we have seen is that Bush killed conservatism by expanding government massively, by engaging in utopian radicalism abroad, which you've now understood, and I take my own responsibility for that. And then expanding the power of the presidency and the government to invade people's freedoms and to destroy our constitutionality.
My question is the complete conflict in the ideas in the movement now. It's gotten to the point where you support massive international involvement, which costs zillions of dollars, and then you mock the cost at home. You can't pay taxes. You make fun of taxes. Kathy, they seem to have an intellectual, almost a congestion here. Something's going on here.
But, and worse, I think what you've got with Sarah Palin is not intellectual congestion, but intellectual denial. Anything that is intellectual or that poses questions or that tries rigor is dismissed, as she puts it, as a big fat resume. Well, and that's what I think is one of the most alarming.
Mark, do you think are they abandoning Bush, the movement, the current crop of candidates? What's at risk here for the conservative movement?
Well, one sign of how bad things are right now is that you're starting to hear conservatives say what you used to hear Democrats say when it looked like they were going to go down, which is it will be better if they lose.
I'll be right back with scoops and predictions rather than notebooks, these top reporters. Tell me something I don't know. Be right back.